Welcome back to the Video Game Gambler, and today I welcome you to Poker Faces Paul's Poker. Say that 3 times fast. Made by Adrenalin in 1993, let's see if we can't call Poker-Faced Paul's bluff. So we can choose between regular poker, video poker, and 5-card stud. Let's start with the video poker. Ooh, we have instructions. Let's see how to play poker. Ooh, odds on hands. Royal flush, 800. Straight flush, 50. It goes right down. Not that it's at all likely to get a royal flush, that's just the odds aren't... Are they even worth playing, those odds? Those numbers seem low. But there's also instructions in case you've actually never played poker before, which... I gotta say, of all the poker games I've played thus far, I don't think any of them have had instructions. Does it really hurt to have instructions? Most people know how to play cards. I guess that's how you would distinguish someone from an alien if they knew how to play a card game, but just in case you're from somewhere that doesn't have cards, it's good that there's an explanation. Video poker is an easy game to play based on the rules of draw poker. Maybe this is your first time with poker and it's just you manage to stumble across this video somehow. That would be quite convenient and handy for you. At the start, you are given $100 to play with. You may then bet up to 25 on the cards about to be dealt. When the cards have been dealt, you can elect to hold those cards which are most likely to result in a win. Once you have chosen your best cards and press the deal box, any discarded cards are replaced, and you are left with your final hand. A winning hand is shown by the dealer, and the amount won is displayed. The dealer will shake his head if you lose. So that's the tell, eh? You may continue as long as you have enough cash to make a bet. Later you can make bigger bets when you have more cash. So that was pretty simple, and I knew that already, but I figure, hey, let's see what kind of instructions there are for poker. You can turn the music off if you want. I'm gonna leave it on, though, because we're not in a public... Well, I'm not in a public place. I'll speak for myself, and not for you. You could be on the go, and not... Well, if you're listening to me talk, then the music being on wouldn't be a big deal. But anyways, let's start playing a little bit of video poker. Place my bet. Well, I may as well bet the 25 it was talking about. Well, I got a couple of aces, so let's hold on to those. What's with his face? Oh, that's just dealing. Okay, so I bet 25 and got 50, so that's like a 2-to-1 bet. Play this a few more times. This seems like, as far as a quick and dirty... I got 4 of a kind, really? Wow. That's quite something. Let's bet 100 now, because I'm so rich. I wonder if this game's, like, stacked in my favor. It seems like I'm getting a lot of good cards. Okay, so it needs to be like, it's jacks or better. Because I got 1 pair earlier, didn't I? Let's play a few more hands. Even though this is the most unlikely royal flush of all times, let's try for it. Yeah, I got 200 because it's 2-to-1. Yeah, jacks are better, most likely. So for video poker, I feel like this is alright. It's a good beginner poker, for sure. This is probably the best beginner poker I could recommend thus far, honestly. As it has the poker instructions, and it has the payout scales. No win there. And yeah, like, it's pretty straightforward. Like, it's video poker. What more do you want from video poker? And it's got the dude down the corner, gives it a little bit more life. And the music is casino-y enough. I approve thus far of the video poker. Now, maybe I can't back out of the poker. Maybe I have to actually gamble all my money away. Oh, or I could just go to exit where it says exit. But I got 3 sevens, I would be remiss to exit. Okay, so let's bet $50 and then try to exit. Unless exit just means fold. Okay, yeah, you do just exit. But I'm guessing I probably lost all of my money. But I also have 5-card stud instructions. Terminology and gameplay. Lose left and right to read help pages, yes. Stake, this is the amount of money you have to gamble with. Pot, this is the amount of money you are playing to win. I feel compelled to read these, even though if you found this series, you probably know this already. But if this game's gonna hold my hand, I'm gonna hold yours. There's gonna be a big ol' hand-holding chain reaction. These are the... Speaking of hands, these are the cards that you and the other players have been dealt. You can see all your own cards, but you cannot see the other player's first card, which is called the whole card. And they cannot see your whole card. What? I can actually see their cards in 5-card stud? I've never played a 5-card stud where I could see other people's cards. I don't understand. I also find this text is hard to read. Maybe it's just me. These boxes show the faces of your player and the 3 others in the game. Okay, so it's 4-way 5-card stud. That's not bad then. Your face is always shown first. When a player is out, their picture is blanked. Help looks at your hand, suggests the most likely option for you. Okay, I'll have to try that just to see if it's leading me on or anything. Pressing a button will move your cursor over that option, and you can decide to use that option or any other. When betting, you can make 1 out of 5 choices, but only 3 will ever be possible in each round. Okay. Check. If no players have bet, you can choose not to make any bet at this time. This is called checking. A player who has checked cannot raise the bet later in this round. This is not a good tactic if you have a good hand. If you do not have much cash, it is a safe move. I feel like I need to preface this episode with, like, beginners or some such thing. In case, you know, someone wants to know poker rules. If no players have bet, you can make the first bet. This is called betting. Yeah, I figured when you called it a bet that it was a bet. If a player has already made a bet, and you wish to stay in the game, but do not want to risk any more money, you can match the game and stay in the game. This is called calling the bet. If a player has already made a bet, you can call the bet and add a further bet. This is called raising. When a player selects a raise icon, the call is added to the pot. There can be 3 raises in each round, and no player can raise more than $50 at a time. When a player runs out of money or does not want to continue to play a hand, the player may fold. That player is now out of the game, and must wait until the next hand to play again. The winner is the last player still in the game, or the player with the most money after the set number of hands. Never fold unless you know from the cards you cannot see that you cannot win, or you can see you cannot win. Never fold unless you know you can't win. Raise carefully and value your cash. Any good hand can be beaten, except a royal flush. That could only be tied in 5-card stud. Good luck getting 2 royal flushes in Texas Hold'em, though. Study all the hands carefully and keep track of what the other players might have in their hand. Do not be afraid to bluff, but not when the other player can see you cannot win. Watch the aggressive players. They always raise large amounts. They do not always have good hands. Equally, do not assume a defensive player has nothing, because they don't want to risk their cash. So that's how you play poker, in case you were not aware. So let's play some poker, some 5-card stud. Number of hands, let's do 10 hands. 50's a little unnecessary. Ooh, I'll be the guy. Alright, let's ante up. Left and right to see hands. 3, 6, 10. So I probably have a good chance. Bet 10, call, raise 10. Look at that Western guy, look at that mustache. I'm jealous of that mustache. You're raising, eh? Well, I'm pruny if you're raising. Call, call. Alright, so I got 2. I don't remember ever playing poker like that. Yeah, let's just keep checking. Keep on checking. I don't think I really wanted to do 10 hands. Yes, yes, let's all check. Okay, so I have a pair of 7s. I could still feasibly win. Fold, fold, fold. I won by default. They didn't even try to beat me. They were afraid of me. I find it an interesting choice that, like, I'm presuming this is well, they're gray. I don't want to say they're black, because they're gray. Don't get me started on the people of color terminology. Anyways, this Jack and 8 would be good for blackjack, but we were playing poker. So let's just keep calling. Hi, Colin, if you're watching. Hi. Maybe I can get... I can still get a straight. If I get a 9, it's a straight. Whoops. What did I do? Okay, so I have a lot of absolutely nothing. So I should probably fold, because he clearly lost. Maybe it shows the cards because it's intended to be like a beginner poker experience. I mean, I've never played the Game Gear before. So I would say that for an inaugural Game Gear experience, this seems alright. Like, it's nowhere near as... Like, I'd rather play the Caesar's Palace on the Game Boy, or High Stakes for that matter. I guess at this point, I'm going to be comparing any portable gambling experience to High Stakes for the Game Boy, seeing as that's my favorite one so far. It's true enough to the original game, and also gives you enough game elements to still make it a game. Where this is just like, this is how you learn how to play poker. Which, not for nothing. I don't know if you could, like, if Game Gear even had a link cable or anything of that sort. If you can actually play this 4-player, then I would say this would get a big time yay. You probably have a pair, but I'm gonna call. What did you have? An ace high, where I didn't have an ace high? I think that's what happened. Let's say that's what happened. So I mean, for a beginner poker experience, this isn't the worst poker experience. I'm not exactly thrilled to bits with it. I'm glad I folded on a full house. But if you're just trying to learn poker, I would give this a yay, as it actually explains to you how to play poker, which is oddly absent in every other poker experience I've encountered thus far. Well, let's keep calling those bluffs. Although, yeah, let's finish this hand. I think I've had about enough of poker-faced Paul's poker. That's way harder to say than it should be. All in. All in. See if I can get him to fold. Well, that didn't work. Let's just bet all of our money away instead of what I said. See if we can't bluff our way to victory. Press 1 for help. Whoops. Wasn't what I meant. Press 2? Suggest raise. Raise it is. Raise by 50? No, I can't bully these people. I was hoping to. Maybe I can bully them yet. That's another term that they didn't use. Bullying. Which is something you can do in poker. Which makes people think, oh, you have a lot of money, and you have nothing, but you can always afford to bet a lot. So this other person can't really bet until they have money, or else they'll just lose. It's not my preferred strategy. I find it takes fun out of the game. Well, I guess I got a call, because I ran out of cash, it seems like. Pair of 7s. I'll bet that he has 3 of a kind. 3 4s. Raise the bet. Just keep raising. Make like bread and keep raising. No, I did win. Hooray. That Western guy is poor now. But yes, for beginner poker, I will give it a yay. For any other portable poker experience, I'd recommend picking up any of the Game Boy. If you already know how to play poker, pick up any of the Game Boy ones. that would be a better poker experience. But I do thank you for joining me for this little diversion along the road of the video game gambler. Do join me next time for whatever in the name of God I decide to try playing for you guys. And remember, I still go by MegaHarv.